meet you. I really wanted to, have you come on the show and tell your story and stuff like that.
Hey, it's nice to be here, man. I thank you for like reaching out to me and giving me the opportunity.
Yeah, so what made you become a martial artist? Like what was the influence behind that?
My dad. My dad is the founder and creator of our style, Red Dragon Karate. My dad was my hero, and I wanted to be around him, so I went to the studio and started learning martial arts.
That and I hate that you guys get excluded out of everything because y'all pretty much as important as the Shakur side of the family as well. I just hate that they don't put y'all like in the movies and stuff like that.
Yeah, I'm just glad people, like it and I enjoy the history and
What's up, man?
What's going on, bro?
Hey, man, nothing, man. Enjoying this lovely Saturday, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, I was just watching your video, man.
You did,
Hey,
bro.
hey, fire,
I
fire.
appreciate it, bro.
Hey, hey, I see why you make us wait. Yeah,
Man,
man,
I, I,
man.
I really, the plan was to originally have that one ready by the winter time. And like
Okay.
once I sat down and started editing, and then I realized I'm like, oh, this one is about to be close to 2 hours long. Like, I'm like, oh, okay. I started editing in December, and man, bro, it's 5 months of toiling. But
Yeah, I feel it. I feel it, man. And it's just crazy because like it was just like so much I didn't know about just the book of Samuel, like just the way that you convey just the story and stuff
yeah,
like that. Because a lot of times, you know what I'm saying, in Samuel, everybody mostly know about David,
right.
but they don't really know about the other stuff. So I
Yeah,
like how you just combine everything and just really put it into like a perspective that even the beginner Bible reader could understand in that context. So that's
most
way
definitely.
gifted of you, man.
Yeah, man, that's always the goal, bro. Just to simplify it where anybody can pick it up and understand it, you know, and
Hmm.
and just have that visual aspect to it where you can, like you can relate to it, So like, of course, like we don't know what those people look like back in those days, But like the to combat the argument of Christianity as a white man religion and stuff like that, like you get to see even like with how I do these videos, it's like, okay, so if you really feel that way, if you replace the whole cast with all black people, like if it don't make sense, then I mean, I could say that's a strong argument, but like I feel like it makes even more sense when you relate to it and it resonates better with you, So that's where I'm at with it, bro.
Yeah, and I bet you faced a lot of backlash from making God black. I loved
Yeah,
it though.
yeah, like especially when I first started, like my first couple weeks, bro, it was like I was on TikTok, people was like, "Why is these people black?" And I'm like, you know. But I made a vow when I first started to keep going, So like I never expected to see the success that I've seen over the last 2.5 years. And it's funny because like with First Samuel, David and Goliath, the Battle of David and Goliath being one of the top three stories of all time, one of the top three Bible stories of all time, no matter who you ask,
Yeah.
church people, non-church people, like that's one of like any group that you ask, like, what's your top three stories, like David and Goliath is always going to land between 1 and 3, no matter what group you ask, right?
Yeah.
So, I was like, when I first started, I'm like, I'm just going to stay consistent no matter what the results look like, well, no matter what the views look like. I'm just going to stay consistent because I know it's going to help somebody, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, it's probably not going to take off until I do David and Goliath or something, but we'll see, But,
Yeah.
um, but it ended up taking off at Cain and Abel. But so like when I got here, I'm like, I most definitely got to really take my time and make sure I really, apply pressure to this one. So
Yeah, and just the beautiful thing about it is, people can finally see just themselves, because I know that a few people that I spoke about with the Bible and stuff like that, and they don't really think that's their story because, we look
mhm.
like us, and then they were just, all white all over the world. But to me, it just now is being showcased that it was melanated people, and how just, certain things and certain artifacts was hitting. So I'm just really
Right.
glad that's being brought into the forefront, because even with myself, I just really be just covering just a lot of just Black history as well, and
Hmm.
just how America pretty much plays a part in just society, like a huge role in society, because everybody comes over here, and it just it's just really just interesting, because I just always wanted to know, like, dang, like, why are we the most hated people and stuff, like, what's going on here, so
Right.
it just really makes sense now. Just things are coming back into the forefront, because the
Yeah.
past always comes back, regardless of whoever tries to bury it, whoever tries to keep it hidden. But
Yeah.
it's just storytellers like you and I feel like we are like the modern day griots in a way.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, man. I just also want to give you your flowers. Congratulations, man. Over 5 million views, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I appreciate it, man. It hasn't been an easy journey, like, but
Oh no.
it's been like I love what I do, so that it balances it out.
Yeah.
It's extremely tedious. It's extremely like just sitting down to like generate every clip individually is like 5 seconds long, and it's just like chiseling ice sculpture piece by piece, until you get that full final product. And, like I know that, a lot of people get upset with with the output or whatever, but it's like, I have to most definitely make sure I'm taking my time to, like put out quality. And, I
Yeah.
think I've been doing that for the last 2.5 years. So
Hey man, shoot, the ones who get it don't need no explanation, because it's a spiritual thing. Because even though we are, what I'm saying, telling stories and stuff like that, we have to lock in spiritually,
yeah,
mentally, emotionally. It's nothing to really explain, bro. Because even just how you do it and stuff like that, I bet it just comes with what if this video don't hit like the last video and stuff like that? Because it's really like, could be stressful in a way. And I just tell myself, like, just look at me in a room by myself or in my living room. If 12 people watch it, that's a lot of people in my living room, and I'm gonna be making them get out. So
yeah,
I guess too many
yeah,
of y'all are here, but like, once I had like adapted that mindset,
yeah,
then it got easier for me, because numbers do lie, you know what I'm saying? But I just, know just from just when you do things organically, it's gonna always work out when you don't look for just certain things like clout,
Mm-hmm.
money, this and that.
Mm-hmm.
It will all come to you because you're doing it for the right reasons,
Mm-hmm.
and and that's why like I make sure that I keep my objective as much as possible.
Right.
Yeah,
No, that makes sense.
yeah,
That
man.
makes sense. It's just keeping the main thing at all times.
Yeah, and just also, man, just going back to like your success, like so from when you started until now, like was it like a big shift, like people recognizing you now, and you getting a whole lot of invitations to go on platforms, and you being like a speaker, public speaking and stuff like that?
Um, not necessarily. I mean, I do get invitations to like like radio interviews and stuff like that.
Okay.
Stuff like that. But um, it was something that happened last year when I had went to Invest Fest in Atlanta by Earn Your Leisure, and I was just randomly like sitting up there, and they opened up the invitation to like have people pretty much share about what they do or whatever, and they was coming down into the crowd and asking people questions about what they do, blah blah blah. And then at some point they was like, all right, that's it, that's all we got to bring Issa Rae on the stage. So they brought Issa Rae on the stage. She started talking. They talked with her for like an hour or so. And after Issa Rae was done, it was so funny because like Issa, like one of the questions they asked Issa Rae is how did she feel about AI film making, right? And so she's like, I really don't, care for it because, I don't know where the training like for all of that stuff is coming from. It's like she shared that it made her suspicious as to like, who is training that model, like where are they getting it from, and stuff like that. Um so when she was done talking, one of the hosts was like, I think I want to bring one more person. I want to talk to one more person, and then she picked me because the whole time I was raising my hand the first time and it wasn't picked. So I'm like, oh, I just chalked it up as a loss. So she was like, that man was so patient. You know what? Why don't you just come up on the stage? So I end up coming on the stage and telling people about the channel and explaining that it helps you understand the Bible better. And it's melanated people and it was an experience, bro. Like because people were stopping me and telling me, uh, how they already watch it and stuff like that, how they watch it with their kids and encouraging me not to stop and stuff like that. So uh, that was a highlight, most definitely.
Yeah, I can picture that like just her being totally against it and then you just sitting there with your
Yeah,
hand
yeah,
raised like wait a minute, like does she know who I am, but I
yeah.
feel you,
No, so it's like
man.
it's funny because I came up there and they was like, "What do you do?" I was like, "Well, I make AI movies," and I'm like, "I'm sorry, Issa." Then everybody started laughing. So, but it's like I understand completely because you never want to like put yourself in a predicament where somebody is losing jobs or whatever. But I think that's what make what I do so great because nobody in Hollywood would ever dare to do to make this type of movie or TV show. Like they even if they entertained it, like we see what happened on HBO Max with some of our favorite shows that's all black led, like they get canceled after one season for no
Absolutely.
reason, you know.
Right.
So like just imagine something like this, like come on, So I feel like it's just a tool to like be able to do what other people wouldn't dare to do anyway. So
Yeah, yeah, and then also just making sure that the new generation just knows the word and stuff like that. Because man, these kids nowadays, bro, you already know what I'm about to say, man. Like, and I'm not being pessimistic about it. You know what I'm saying? Every day I'm optimistic and hope for the future, man. But these kids really just lost out here and stuff like that because the culture, you know what I'm saying? Well, I won't
yeah,
even say the culture because that's not part of our culture, but it just seemed like evil is prevailing unto a lot of our younger kids and stuff, man. Because nowadays you can't really just sit them down and have a conversation with them because I'm really just now acknowledging that I'm an OG now, that I'm unk now, but it's
yeah,
just really tough and really hard for me because I was still young in spirit, but I have to accept reality. But
hmm,
it's just people like you, man, and like in our age group and stuff like that, who is teaching the word of God and just also just doing it the right way, and I'm pretty sure, what I'm saying, like it's not all about collections and donations and
right,
all
right,
that, that's an option.
right.
But you are doing it, you giving us your time with
Yeah,
it,
most
but
definitely.
it's just not just a popular thing because the new
Hmm.
trend right now is bad. And I just do my best, what I'm saying, from my end to spread awareness about just, you know, people like you. I put a lot of my people onto your um, channel and everything, especially like the people I work with and stuff. They was like, oh, how do I find him and stuff? And I was like, oh, he's over here. So, yeah, we really just need to, make sure we big up the good ones, man, instead of
Yeah,
everything gravitating towards the messy toxicness, man.
yeah, yeah,
How much can you consume? We need to start
yeah,
consuming good things and stuff.
yeah. That's facts.
But yeah, and again, man, just the way that um the music, like the music is so therapeutic, like I know, cause like when you watch like certain like biblical stuff, man, the music
Yeah,
be so dark and be like so
yeah,
cryptic. You be like,
yeah.
man, okay, I understand it's a war going on, but dang, like,
Yeah, bro. Yeah,
yeah. And so that,
100%.
yeah, and that's what makes your channel so great because it's like you said, really like a moon of like sanctuary, like you feel like you like in a paradox and a good
Hmm.
like sanctum in a way in
Yeah,
so
it sucks you in where you just get immersed into it, you know. So like that's most definitely was like a goal like of mine to like just to pretty much and fully immerse the viewer into like these Bible stories in like a way they've never experienced before, right? So like you know like we all seen like certain Bible stories and Bible movies and it's they do what they do, but it's like I just wanted to like really put that flavor like on what I did and like make sure it stood the test of time. So like I think about it from this perspective because I was just talking to somebody about this, how growing up my parents wouldn't allow me and my brother to watch cartoons on Saturday morning, right? They said we had to watch Christian cartoons on TBN. So like every Saturday morning we had to watch Christian cartoons. And there's like when the Christian cartoons go off, then you could watch the regular cartoons. But the Christian cartoons ran the same time that the regular cartoons ran.
oh
So by the time they went off, like we missed everything. Like
man,
Power Rangers, no X-Men, everything. We missed it all, right? For
yeah,
years. So so like I was thinking this is, like so many people tell me that they like to watch these stories with they children, even though I don't make these for children. Like it's
Right.
just, certain things that happen. Like I want to make sure I tell the whole explicit story or whatever. But like I get it. It's like you want your kids to know, the word and stuff like that, and have that foundation within them. So I get it. Like it appeals. But like, just to think that like there's a whole new generation that's being raised up on something that I created, that's like is mind blowing to me, like just to think of what the things that we used, like me and my brother used to watch coming up. Like there's a whole new generation that's coming up watching these videos to learn their Bible stuff, and that's amazing, bro.
Oh man, and like the best thing about it is like, church isn't just a building. Church is
Yeah,
any arena or any
yeah,
type of setting, and
yeah.
just you having like over 5 million viewers, that's the mega church numbers and stuff,
It is. It is.
Yeah, so you killing it, man. It's just being a voice of just not just our people, but the people, because this
Yeah,
is just black folks that's
yeah,
just following you and watching you, and like the greatest thing about that is you know well, I would say just like with my favorite Bible movie will always be The Prince of Egypt.
okay,
Just
yeah,
and I don't know whether if it was controversy back in the 90s over the skin color, but I really was happy, saying as a little black kid watching somebody that looked just like me. And I was like, oh, snap, DreamWorks is going crazy like this and stuff, because the Ten Commandments, man, uh, like
yeah,
I try to
yeah,
watch that with my mom every Easter back in the day. And
yeah,
it was just like the acting was just so horrible. It's just like everybody felt like they was just in a Broadway play, and like
yeah,
it wasn't even convincing. But
yeah,
I just really just admire just like the evolution, because even just from your software, man, like I could just tell that you really evolved, like with just the editing, and you making just like the battles feel like they're real, like barbaric and stuff like
yeah,
that, because
yeah,
they really try to sugarcoat the David and Goliath battles and stuff,
hmm
and just make it seem like, yeah, like he didn't really cut his head off and stuff like that, but he
yeah,
really did cut his head off. Like that's
yeah, yeah,
and
yeah.
yeah. So I just wanted to ask you, so what was really Goliath like? Was he like a just a descendant of a Nephilim for real, or was he just the
See,
only one that?
that's the
Oh, go
thing.
ahead.
Nobody really knows. Like it maybe it's Nephilim DNA. And
Yeah.
then, like, like you in another book of the Bible, I can't remember which one, but like you will learn that Goliath had four brothers. So like I don't know if they all were giants or whatever, but like Joshua in the book of Joshua, like he fought a lot of giants.
Yeah.
So like I don't know if maybe some like got away, and like I don't know, bro. Like, but it's wild, bro.
Yeah, cause I just will watch certain these depictions and stuff. It seemed like he was the lucky one, like what, 9 foot tall and stuff like that,
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
everybody
he was like
else,
9'6",
man.
between 9 foot, probably about 9'10", maybe somewhere between 9'6" and 9'10". He was close to 10 feet tall.
Man, like he bigger than a trap house, man.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah, so it's just really be just because I always think about these type of things, man. I'm weird, bro. I'm sorry, but it's just, to me, I feel like after David knocked him out or whatever, why nobody covered him, or why nobody didn't try to prevent that? And how long did it take for the head to really come off? Like, because it must have took hours or something. Because
Ain't no
Yeah,
telling, bro. Like, but like you got to think that David used Goliath's own sword, so maybe it probably didn't.
and yeah, and I know that that sword was bigger than him.
Yeah,
Man,
yeah,
it's just these things, bro. Like I just really just be enjoying, man, because you
yeah,
really can't talk to everybody about this type of stuff because everybody just kind of be like, man, like you throw my vibe off, but I just really just enjoy just
yeah.
knowing about just our people and stuff like that because I really do believe that our stubbornness wasn't just um like current. It's been like this for
It's been
generations, and
like
I
that for
just
generations. Yeah,
and God gave the Israelites so many chances to get it right, and man always just said, "Well, I'm gonna do what I want to do" and stuff like that, and it was just always just something, and then he was like, "Okay, I'm gonna show you." One more again, I'm gonna
yeah,
give you another chance,
yeah,
and and that's why I don't really, feel bad or I don't really condemn myself anymore because it was people before me that did either like the same things or just twice as worse. But it just, I know just like a lot of us as human beings, we just so hard on ourselves and about just our elevation and our growth and this and that and us, what I'm saying, falling in the glory of God and stuff. But I just
hmm
always know that He's greater than me, that I want to have none of this and stuff. So just with my success or whatever, just, me, reaching over 1,000 episodes, just really be locked in and stuff like that. I always know that isn't me. This is my gift that was given to me, and I never ever want to be like ego tripping. I
hmm
just always want to just make sure I'm humble and stuff like that because the journey
yeah,
wasn't an easy one, and just like you said, it wasn't easy, and greatness is never easy. It's always a sacrifice.
yeah,
And I know that you had to sacrifice a lot of things because this is your legacy.
hmm
And I treat my legacy a whole lot different, man. And it's really just caused me to just really slow down and really think now before I actually go about just participating and going places where I'm not supposed to be. And I already know, like, I know just what I'm supposed to be and where I'm supposed to be.
yeah.
And just with your videos and stuff like that, um, is there like anything else like you will want to do as far as like with your content, or you just pretty much want to just go through the whole Bible and stuff like that? So
Yeah, I wanna most definitely especially the Old Testament because I think it's so much stuff in the Old Testament that a lot of people don't know. Um like I really want to like really cover the Old Testament like cuz those stories are they're amazing. Like it's a lot of stuff that happens in the Old Testament.
hmm
But at this point, man, it's wherever God leads me to with this, that's where I'll go with it. Um, I'm glad to be able to like impact people in a positive way with what I do. Like I get comments all the time, people and DMs of people telling me how you know doing what I do have helped them to like get closer to God and be able to stick with reading the Bible and stuff like that and having a visual of after watching my video they could go back and read the book and like have the visual and it's like just easier. So that's that's a great feeling in itself.
Yeah, yeah, and And thank God you was able to watch those cartoons, man, because your parents was putting something in you, man.
Yeah, most definitely. Most definitely.
And it's like the coolest thing about just having parents, man. It's like they foreshadow us and just really prepare us. But we still got to go through life. We still got to go through adversity and stuff like that. But it's always start young, because
Mm-hmm.
even with me, my mom would just always tell me about life and telling me that I can't always be there for you, but just know that you can handle anything. You're strong. You come from me. You come from tough
Yeah.
stock and stuff like
Yeah.
that. And just making sure that I knew this, because it takes strength to believe in something only you can see until people see the product.
Yeah.
So
Respects, bro.
yeah, man, and like the coolest thing just with me, I'm working on just my true crime series and stuff,
Mm.
and I believe in just bringing people back from the dead and humanizing them and stuff. And I really wanted to just start with my hometown first, and really just branch off into like different states and celebrities and stuff, but really telling my story first, just with my brother and stuff, and
Mm.
just really want people to understand that I'm not doing this for a check or a clout or whatever like that, because I really want to be able to give the victims of the family of the victims, excuse me, their voice, because it just a lot of people really play with that,
Yeah.
really see the seriousness of it or see the aftermath of things, and just want to be able to showcase my oldest brother just with how he meant to me and his case, and just really get to the bottom of things, and then also just make sure that when I have future episodes, we do like balloon releases and we visit graves and stuff, pay our respects, but just really just showcase that this person was a person and existed, and have people that love them, because love is always will overcome things, man. And I just wanted to just transition into that and just be able
Mm-hmm.
to give even my friends who have fallen, just give them the reminder that we ain't forget about you.
Yeah.
So I'm working on that, and then working on my book and stuff. So, and I'm just grateful, man. Just God is great, man. And just to give us ideas and use it in the right way, because we gotta, and our people, man, we just, I believe that it's not all of us, but it's a few that influence many, and it's um many that influence a few. So I believe it's a balance, but it's just gonna take a lot of work. But
Yeah.
I do see good that's coming out of just what you do and what I do, and many
Mm-hmm.
others, man. And that's why I'm really glad it's just have these sit downs with you guys, man, because it just really be interesting, man, because everybody's journey different,
Yeah.
and I humble, and you and others, man, make me become a better person, because it give me a chance to reflect on things and just really just see just the character development and the story arc of us,
Yeah.
because I really do feel like this is a big TV show called Earth, and
Mm-hmm.
we, depending on our ages, we are in our seasons, depending on the age, and a lot of us just doesn't make or get the opportunity to have multiple seasons and stuff, and
Yeah.
some choose not to grow. And I believe in every year, you have to change something about you, or otherwise you're gonna be stagnated. And just the Exodus story the way that you told it, you know, it really should showcase Moses, who was struggling with being rich or becoming a deliverer and stuff. Like
Mhm.
Moses was loaded, man, and I don't know a lot of people who would have gave up those riches and did what he was called out to do. And that's what like a lot of men struggle with, like, you know, popularity, fame, fortune.
Yeah.
Would you give that up knowing that your people was supposed to be saved by you? Would you give that up? And Moses really did the what the total opposite, or what's the um, unpopular thing to do was to become who he was supposed to be. And I always would love that story because Moses just was flawed, and like most men out there, he was really
Yeah.
flawed and killed somebody. But he was able to you know, get on that mountain and did what he was supposed to do, regardless of speech impediment or fear.
Yeah.
Didn't have the resources, but God gave him all of that and was just like, look, I'm gonna give you Aaron. He gonna speak for you. I'm gonna make sure that you know what to say and this and that. I'm gonna give you this staff, and you still don't want to do this and all. And I respect that, man, because so that's all of us in a way.
Yeah. Yeah. Straight
So
up. Yeah, man. Like, and even in the, like with First Samuel, just like we see the changes. Like, I think that what makes First Samuel a very interesting written book is that you have like three main characters where like at some point, you know, Samuel is the main character of the book, right? And then the people want a king, and then it switch off to Saul, right? And then at some point it switch off to David after he fight Goliath, right? So it's a very interesting like dynamic where it switches. So I'm like, I can't even think of a movie that I've seen that does that, where like the character switch, you know, um, and like you see the character development, like especially of Saul, of how he goes from, you know, just being small, even though he's taller than everybody in stature, but
yeah,
he's small to himself. You know, like at first he feel like he's not deserving of being the king, you know, but once he get into the flow of things, he get used to things, and uh, you know, Goliath come around, and you know everybody's scared. David kills right. David kills Goliath, and it's so funny, man, how like some things stay the same over the course of history, like
yeah.
where pretty much how pretty much how Saul got triggered by the women singing songs about like it's so fake because to this day a lot of dudes do everything for women, man. They do it for the attention of women, and just for him to hear how the women was giving David more props than him just turned him into a completely different type of villainous
Yeah.
person. In this story is so wild to me, man. Like because like when you watching when he does the sacrifice when he's not supposed to, like when he was supposed to wait for Samuel,
Hmm.
um because you know like when I'm doing these stories I have to like really like I make sure that I understand exactly, because it's like I can't teach it to nobody else if I don't understand, right?
Right.
So that first conversation that Samuel has with Saul is not the same conversation that he has with him when the kingdom is ripped away from him, right? The first
Absolutely.
conversation that he has with Saul, he tells him, you know, God wanted someone from your family to always be king, but because you did this, nobody else from your family will be king no more. So like pretty much like God was still entrusting Saul to be king, but it was just like after you die, it's a wrap. Like it's going to another family.
Ooh.
So, but like when Saul did what he did with the with the king not killing the king and stuff like that, like Samuel, like God talked to Samuel like he's not obeying me. Like I'm done with him. So now he have to have this conversation with him. Like, look, you done pissed God off, and he's taking the kingdom from you and giving it to somebody else. Like it was mercy at the first time when he disobeyed, right?
Mm-hmm.
It was mercy. Like, look, the kingdom is getting taken away from your family line, but you're still king, right? But now it's a wrap for you too, you know. So like, it's those little things, those like details and stuff like that, where it's interesting to see, like the progress of the storyline, and where, like I said, he becomes more so like a villainous person at that point, So, and I really wanted to like this is like probably from like a nerdy perspective, right? I really wanted to display that visually, right? So like when you watching at that point where Saul becomes more villainous, his colors of what he's wearing changes to like villainous colors, right? So
Ooh.
based off of like comic book history, right?
Yeah.
Almost every villain outside of the Incredible Hulk, right? Almost every villain that you can remember from their original like outfits was always green and purple, right? And I learned that that the reason for that is because the primary colors, like the reds, the blues, the yellows, always went to the superheroes, and the secondary colors went to the villains. So the greens, the purples, and the oranges, like the stuff that you have to put two colors together to like. So I wanted to display that visually, right? So like, that's why I wanted to like. That's why I really took my time on this to add replay value, so like people will go back and watch it maybe after hearing this and see like the difference, right? So like when you go like at first like he's humble, whatever, but like then you see him and you see the villainous like aura that he has now. Like now he's trying to kill David and stuff like that. I really wanted to display that, so it's the small things like that, bro.
and that's really like scary, because like they got along in the beginning, like everything was just so cool, and dang, and it's people like that too, like that just complete haters like that, like when you want to try to kill somebody because they got the light on them and stuff, and dang, yeah, it's just to have somebody tell me like, oh, you're not gonna be king no more, and none of your family will inherit the throne. That would mess up my entire day.
Yeah.
Wow, yeah, bro. Like that's, I can't wait to finish it, man, and I can't wait till you do the Solomon one too.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yes.
we almost there, bro. We almost there, and I can just from the bird's eye view, eyeball it. I probably it shouldn't take as long for me to edit Second Samuel because it's slightly smaller, but I'm most definitely taking the summer off. like after like this has been the longest like toiling I've done so far. Like 5 months I've been editing this one since December, and I just finished actually the beginning of this week. I finished, like I put the final touches of it. So but I'm so proud of the final result of how everything came out. And I just, the numbers are going crazy right now. I think we hit probably 20,000 views so far since last night. So it's going crazy.
Hey, you earned it, man. You deserve it, man. And like I said, you put out great product because people get AI and they make it seem like it's easy, but that's that lazy AI. But the ones who
Exactly.
really use it correctly are the
Yeah.
geniuses. So you one
Yeah.
of the geniuses, man, that use it correctly and use it to your best ability. Like, and I wish you could teach me some of that, but
Yeah, I mean that's
but
I've been waiting to get done with this because like that is something I'm opening up now to like do personal consulting calls where like I get on a Zoom call with somebody and like we like whatever ideas like because you have to give me a rundown of the ideas so I can like pretty much build a tech stack for you to tell you what tools you should use to like get your idea done. That's something that I'm starting to I'm putting together now. I'm pretty much going to start doing that within the next couple of weeks. Um, yeah, so like we got a ticket price for that as
mhm.
well. So yeah, that's most definitely something I want to like, like help people bring their ideas to life. Like it don't have to necessarily be exactly what I do because what I do is extremely tedious. Everybody is not built to do what I do. Like I know
Exactly.
like it's like you see the final result, like it's amazing, but like to the toiling, like to be able to toil and do this and still work a regular job and like, some people have families and kids, like you probably don't have the patience to do exactly what I do, but like you may have an idea that you want to like get out, like it may not, like I said, it may not be exactly what I do, but it may be something creative that you like want to get off. But like we can, have a personal conversation and I can help bring that, to fruition for you and show you, give you a workflow for it and, and go from there. So,
Yeah, let us know, man, and I make sure, I get that around, just share it for you and stuff like that. Get the
yeah,
word out because it's really helpful and whether people like it or not, hey, this the future.
most
So
definitely.
the more
Most
you know
definitely.
about it, the more helpful it is be for you. So, bro, and I don't want to keep you on here long, man, but thank you for coming and
Thank you for having me, bro.
just just keep on doing you, and the real fans will follow you, man. And you take that summer off when you come back,
Yeah,
refreshed and everything like that. I'm on it.
most definitely, bro. Like you know how I come every time, bro. Like I don't come to play games with people. I come to 100%
Yeah,
every time. So
yeah, that's how it's supposed to go, man. And like I said, the real fans, man, we stand 10 toes down, bro. We
yeah,
we just really happy, man. Just how the videos come in and it just seemed like they come at the right time. So
yeah, yeah, man.
so it's
Because
all
like I
good.
know this, like originally, bro. Like um originally this one was supposed to come out in the winter time. Um,
Hmm.
like I said, when I started reading and realized how long it was, I'm like, oh, this is going to take a while. So then I wanted to have it out by the first day of spring, and then I wanted to have it by Easter. But at that point, I didn't want to like just drop a date and then be working against myself. Like I
Yeah.
wanted to drop a date when I knew exactly, like when I knew it was coming, I could promote it. I could get on social media, like, put some cool stuff up every day, put like little teaser trailers and put like pictures up and promote it every day leading up to the day when it came out. So, um, cause like I'll say like with Ruth and Judges, that's, uh, no, I say with Judges and the other like few videos, like I was like crunching time because I put the date out there a little bit too soon, and I found myself editing the day of, and uploading it into the day of. So I'm like, I never wanted to put that much pressure on myself no more. I just wanted, like, I'm just going to take my time with it, you know, and like people, when it does come, like people was going to appreciate it when it do drop. So
Yeah, it's all
second,
good, bro. You know,
but Second Samuel most definitely coming in the second half of the year.
I can't wait, man. I'm gonna make sure to check that out, man, because you always coming out with that heat, bro. And yeah, man. But yeah, you take care, man, and we keep
You
in
too, bro.
touch.
For sure.
All right, man.
All right.
All right. Peace.